Hi everyone, this is Sinette, and in this video we're talking about desire for self-acceptance. So, self-acceptance. In the times of today, it almost seems like that word, in most people, it doesn't exist, or it has become like this experience where it is something that you have to keep on working at and working on, where self-acceptance seems like it is this trophy on top of this mountain, and you have to climb this mountain, and it's got all these obstacles and stumbling blocks and things and people that's in the way for you to reach that moment, which is that experience of self-acceptance. All of us have got this idea inside of us, this idea of how it would be if I would just be okay with myself, if I just didn't have to worry every morning or when I go out or when I see people, that I just don't have to worry about what I look like, what I'm wearing, what my body shape is, where my flaws are on an appearance level. I have to constantly think about what other people are thinking of me. I have to second guess what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. And that's, usually even only with normal everyday people that you see. Not talking about potential partners or when it comes to relationships, oh my goodness, there it's everything seems to be accentuated even more, where the tiniest little problem on the skin or on the facial features or the clothes seems to become this blown out of proportion massive problem, and it's like that little tiny flaw is going to become the rock that is going to stand in the way of you potentially being liked by someone or you liking someone else, and having a look at the relationship dynamics. So at the moment, I would say that the word that describes self-acceptance the best is exhaustion. It is exhausting how much focus and attention and emotions is being placed into self-acceptance. And here, another interesting dimension within this is the fact that self-acceptance has somewhere gotten lost in translation, because self-acceptance is now not anymore about accepting self. It is now more become about being accepted by everyone else. If you have a look at your thoughts and your emotions and just where your general thinking goes into, you'll find that you're really more worried about what everyone else thinks of you than what you think about yourself. And any form of judgment that you have toward you, whether it is what you look like or your personalities, you're always constantly and continuously referencing yourself against what you think everyone else could possibly maybe think of you, or where you would want to change your personality or your looks in some way or another for someone or something else. Where really, truly, genuinely is self within this all? The question that we have to ask is, has true self-acceptance really actually ever existed if the self is more defined in relation to everyone and everything else out there. You're thinking more about what others are thinking about you and then wanting to change yourself for everyone else. And that's not only talking about your personal world. I mean, if you have a look at how far this has actually gone, you will want to change something about your personality or your body because of what the media says. Okay. And that's people that don't even know you, that don't even see you. But it's like the media, you know, the majority of the world out there has become this little voice in people's head saying, look, people, this is how you should be, this is who you should be, and this is what you must look like. All right? Because if you don't look like this or act like that, you're not going to get all these wonderful things. You know, like what's relationships, for example, linked to now? That you have to have the perfect body, okay? And that you have to have this type of personality, and that you have to wear these trends, and this is what women like, and this is what men like. I mean, okay. I would have believed that if, for example, the media had all our brains plugged in to this massive computer system. Okay. Now I'm speaking all of humanity's brains. Because, I mean, you're not going to get a true, real, genuine assessment in any other way. If all of humanity's brains were linked to this one massive computer system, okay? And then from there, calibrating, what body shape or what personality or what history or, what talent, skills, and abilities people are looking for in relationships and things like that. And from there, did a whole graph and everything like that. I mean, yes, then I would believe that whatever the media is, for example, saying in relation to this is how your body should look like, this is the clothes you should wear, this is what your personality should be, things like that, to be accepted by other people or by potential partners or in your job or work situations or things like that. I mean, that would have been more believable. But when you've got to, for a moment, sit back and question, all these things that people are saying about what you should look like and what your appearance should be and your personality should be and things like that, it's questionable. But yet, most men and women are striving for that acceptance from the world, because the world is saying, I will only accept you, or you will only be acceptable if you abide by these standards of what it means to be the most prettiest, the most handsome, the most bold, the most sought after, the most noticed, things like that. All right, so here just opening up a couple of dimensions in relation to what self-acceptance has become, what it's been linked to lately, and how we're going to have a look at self-acceptance in a bit of a different way this time. Where, that self-acceptance trophy, the top of that mountain, the potential of how and who you could be if you were just natural. If you really didn't worry so much or all the time about what you look like, about your personality, about how you communicate. I mean, it is going to be exhausting if you live your life in such a way where you want to be accepted by everyone else. Instead of you finding that true self-acceptance inside of you, you really making peace with the way you talk, with the way you behave, with the way you dress. Obviously in a way where that self-acceptance is in the sense of where you can stand in front of yourself, in the mirror and look yourself in the eyes and respect yourself, where you communicate and behave and express and look at things and see things and interact with people in a way where you're proud of yourself, But where you can do that without constantly worrying and fearing and stressing about trying to prove yourself to anything or anyone, but just you being you. But what does that mean? Is also another question. What does it mean to be me? Okay, we'll continue with that in the next video. Thank you very much for listening.